Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hello, Walnut. It is Laz here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. How are you this week? Let me know if you are feeling the feels. Let me know what you're feeling. I want to hear from you. And if you're not already in my group on Facebook, The Walnut Tree, jump in so we can discuss more, so we can celebrate more, so we can learn more, so we can just be little walnuts together. I would love you to be in this space. But anyway, I want to talk to you this week about a walnutting that's happened to me recently. Also, apologies in advance for my voice. I'm actually at home sick. I'm actually thinking about it now, Walnut. I actually have been homesick a lot this year, and I like to think of sometimes when I'm feeling sick, it's like an up level. It's like my body getting ready for like a new little version, a new butterfly coming out of its cocoon portion of me. So I don't know, because I have been sick quite a lot and there have been a lot of revelations this year. So anyway, I digress. This week, Walnut, I wanted to share something really cool, my walnutting. It wasn't last week, it's actually a little while ago now. By the time this is, it will be an even whiler ago. But I went away for my friend's birthday, and the group situation thing, if you've been here with me from the beginning, Walnut, has always been a tricky one, because going away with groups, I feel lots of things. I feel like I am not the camp mum, but I feel like I'm the organizer. I fall naturally into like not necessarily a leadership role, but like camp mum. Like people naturally do kind of turn to me to be like, what should we do? Or when it comes to organizing stuff, I'm normally the person that like gets the prices and takes all the money and organizes the group presents, or whatever. So going away with groups is always very interesting, and this was not like my close group of friends. So I feel like my voice sounds so funny because my ears are blocked as well, so I also look like buzzing out at how I sound at the moment. So this was not my group of friends, so I didn't have a hand in the organizing. I didn't have to book the house, I didn't have to like get the food. I had to basically just show up. I paid my food money. I did the things, but I didn't know like half the people going, so always a bit of anxiety, always a bit scary. But basically, Walnut, what happened was I had the best bloody time. I had the best weekend with a group of where half the people I didn't know. And I wanted to share this part of my walnutting with you because it was very interesting. So we're there for 2 nights. We arrived on the Friday, and we decided to like have a few drinkies on the Friday despite arriving late and all the things. And it got to a point where I just kind of got tired and everyone wanted to stay up and I didn't. And it sounds really easy coming out of my mouth with my voice, but if you have ever been in a situation, if you've ever been like an ex-people pleaser, if you've ever been like someone who gets FOMO quite a lot, or weird as this sounds, I used to always get jealous when my friends would be friends and hang out more than me. It was like, I don't even know what the hell that meant, past Laz. But someone who has those former tendencies, I went to bed. I went to fucking bed when I felt like going to bed. Sounds silly, but if you resonate, let me know, because it's actually so much more of a bigger deal than what it sounds like. Then Walnut, my second walnutting was on day 2. We started having sort of drinkies in the afternoon, early afternoon and stuff, and everyone was like partying and everything, and I wasn't tired, but I was just sick of peopling. And I got to this point where I was just kind of like watching people's mouths move but not actually listening. Like I just wasn't present, and I wasn't having, it's not that I wasn't having fun anymore, but I was just my introvert was just in overdrive and was just like, no, that's enough. So I just went to bed. I went to bed at like 9 and watched TikTok. And the most beautiful thing about this Walnut was the group of people that I was with were so accepting and beautiful and loving that there was no like, oh, stay up, Les, or there wasn't even like a, oh, you okay? It was just like, okay. Just full acceptance of the fact that I just felt like going to be by myself. There was no pressure, no nothing. And I thought that Walnut was such a beautiful thing that I wanted to share with you, because I think the more you walnut, the more you honor yourself, the more you put yourself into situations, which is a little bit further away from situations where that made you feel like that FOMO or people pleasing and all that kind of stuff in the past. Like, how cool is it that my walnut journey led me to by default meet all these other groups of girls who did not give a fuck that I wanted to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I realize when it comes out how weird it sounds, but I hope you get what I mean, Walnut. Let me know if you do. But I'm actually so proud of myself. I felt no guilt, no shame. I didn't even feel embarrassed. I was just like, nah, I'm fully in ownership that I want to go to bed. And I did. And another thing, Walnut, another part of the walnutting of this weekend was that I didn't contribute to any of like the organizing of the meals and things. And that was fucking triggering for me, because I normally like to feel helpful and actively relax, and I really didn't. I really sat back and laid back and let someone else take the wheel, because they were the ones who had sort of organized all the food and stuff. And that was really difficult to really just lean into the femininical energy and just be like, okay, you're not contributing. You don't need to. It's all organized. It's all done for you. You can actually kind of like have a break. Which was another thing that I went through. It actually took my friend who was with me on the trip to say to me, like, La, you need to, well, she calls me La. You can call me Laz. She just said, like, you need to realize that you actually do this for everyone quite a lot, and take this opportunity to relax and enjoy yourself and really be on holiday. And so I did. And again, that was hard at first, but once I sort of sunk more into it, it was so nice. So yeah, a whole combination of really good vibes, being away on a little girls trip, which was awesome. And all the girls, like every single person was just like, there was nothing that made me uncomfortable or stressed out or anything. So I just think I'm so blessed that I got eventually to a place where the people that I know other people who are like them, and there is no bad vibes, essentially. And that's just from sticking to my guns as well, and stepping into ownership of myself, because there were lots of opportunities where Bully Demon could have been like, like in terms of like particularly my size, my weight, stuff like that, but it never did. And I am like making it about the people that were there, but I think also just a little brag on myself of how much self-work that I have actually done, where I can actually step into ownership of knowing who I am, liking who I am, and being okay with who I am and what I look like. But yeah, in this particular scenario, going to bed whenever I wanted to stay up really late, and I wanted to go to bed at 9 and played on TikTok till 12. So yeah, that's my picture, Walnut. I just wanted to share this episode with you because I thought it was a beautiful, like, full circle moment. And let me know if you've been in a situation like how I was mentioning about past layers, where you feel like the FOMO and the things, and also let me know if you've had an experience like this where you've been pleasantly surprised by a group trip, if you have those kind of like feelings like past layers used to as well. Because important point of discussion. The group things have been a big thing for many years for me. So really cool to have that come full circle. So I'd love to hear from you, Walnut. If you enjoyed this episode or have any feelings about the episode, do let me know. Share, tag me at Walnut Wednesday on all the social medias. Join the group. Let's talk about groups more, group situations. Let's talk about walnutting more. And I'd love to hear what you've been up to this week too. So happy Walnut Wednesday, Walnut. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.